welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. So we're talking about the saga of my rooftop box keys. And it wouldn't be, an Adventuring with Amanda road trip without something crazy happening. And it's really humid, so forgive me. Actually, it's not even that humid. I'm just being a baby. But this trip has gone really smoothly. So, of course it's gone smoothly, because toward the end, of course, something had to happen. So, we went up to Shell Lake today. Shell Lake, Wisconsin. It's only 30 minutes from the cabin. And yesterday, I made the rooftop box video. This morning, I got something out of my rooftop box. I remember specifically using my shovel to get my lanyard out of the way of the lock on my rooftop box so I could drop it and lock it. That's all I remember. By the time I got home from Shell Lake, I realized that I had no idea where my rooftop box keys were. I normally keep them in my purse, or I keep them in the hanger organizer behind my passenger seat. They were not there, nor were they in my box. Now, granted, I have driven with my rooftop box keys in the rooftop box on several occasions. Several meaning literally 7 that I can remember. I have even gotten flashed by a police officer with his lights who notified me when I pulled over. I realized I had my keys in my rooftop box. I've done this before. I have diagnosed ADHD. One thing that I struggle with is placement of objects because I get distracted very easily. So, I came home from Shell Lake and realized I didn't have my rooftop box keys. I looked everywhere for them. Everywhere. And I couldn't find them. So I decided to retrace my steps by looking at some photo and video footage. So since we went to Shell Lake, I knew that I had taken some video and some photos of my van while I was parked. And that turned out to be extremely beneficial. I watch a lot of crime shows. I can investigate a lot of stuff. So I looked at the last picture. Oh my gosh, I'm so sweaty. I looked at the last picture I took of my van, sitting in a parking lot. Zoomed in, what do you know? My rooftop box keys are in my rooftop box. So now I know that they are somewhere between Shell Lake and the cabin on our way back within 20 miles. Now granted, I was really mad at myself. Part of ADHD, especially when we forget things and misplace things, we go down a shame spiral. I'm very good at that. And I was just beating myself up. I was so mad at myself. I couldn't sit. I was like, and it really wasn't even that big of a deal because the things that I really need consistently in my rooftop box, I already have out. Like my camping chair and Winston's playpen. But just the thought of having to replace my keys and go through all those motions, because my house key was on there, my mail key was on there, my mom's house key was on there, and my rooftop box key was on there. So, just all those thoughts were causing me extreme anxiety. We found my keys after leaving Shell Lake, went back, about 2 miles from the pottery place that we stopped. They were in the middle of the highway. So my rooftop box keys have been found. And you can bet that I will never do that again. I tried really hard to let go of control of the situation, but just knowing that my rooftop box was on top of my minivan camper and I couldn't access it was very painful for me. Even though, it's keys can be replaced, keys can be remade, The rooftop box was locked, best case scenario. I had my stuff out of it. I mean, it was truly best case scenario, but I was still freaking out. Like, it's just not a fun thing to go through. But, you know, I have my keys. And I was texting my mom, and I was like, well, you can bet I'll never do that again. So, here are my keys. They were run over several times. But my key still opens my rooftop box. And that's what matters. So it was quite a learning experience. And at least I have some sort of like crazy story for this trip, because everything's gone so smoothly, which I'm really blessed for and grateful for. But it was a really anxious experience, and I hope to not go through it again. So that was hopefully our most dramatic part of this trip. As you can see, we're still at the cabin. Be here probably until Friday, heading to South Dakota next week, making our way back to Arizona. Oh, hey kid, I know you're exhausted. But yeah, all is well now. All is well now, and I can breathe because I have my rooftop box keys. Now I will get a duplicate and have it stashed somewhere so this never happens again. But, excuse me, but that's what this is about. That's what van life, travel, and camping is about. Life experiences. So, if you enjoyed my little story, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully with my keys. Oh boy. Bye.